We have joining us on Newstrack this morning Dr. Jerry Isogun, who is the Secretary General of the NARD. Thank you for joining us on Newstrack. First, we understand that a meeting has been called for this morning. We'll get into the details of yesterday's meeting, but what can you tell us about the meeting that was called for today?
Good morning. Thank you for having me. But I don't know the meeting you are talking about now. I'm not sure a meeting has been called yet. However, we had a meeting yesterday, like you said, with the Honorable Minister of Labour and Employment. And I must tell you that everything is still the same, even though it was obvious to us that because of the threat of the strike, the government started running here and there to put things that they should have put in place ever since together. So as we speak, the communique for the strike, the ultimatum given, were clearly stated. Our demands were clearly stated. And the particular burning issue are the issues of payment of salaries of doctors that have worked. As we speak, we are not sure if that has been met, and we are still hoping that soon as government will do the needful so that this strike will not be prolonged. Our members are used to signing MOUs with government, so when we left the meeting yesterday, quickly we reappraised, and we know that where we are is not where we wish to be. For example, the house officers' salaries that have caused a lot of pandemonium in this country, which is something that shouldn't have happened, is still not totally resolved. But our members said that as officers, all of them must be paid. They are not yet paid. The issue of our members on Give Me has not been resolved. The issue of hazard allowance, which is a burning issue as we speak, is very, very tough on our list. It has not been resolved. All we got is still that a meeting will be called. This was said last year, and that is where we are now. We hope that meeting will be called soon, and this issue of other allowance will be dealt with. Our members across the country in different state institutions are suffering. As we speak, this strike is not just a strike in Abuja or in one particular institution. There are so many problems in different institutions. As we speak, our members in Abia State University are being owed 20 months' salary.
Right.
There are members in Imo State are being owed 5 months' salary. So we feel that this is the time. If we must get it right, let us get it right now. So we are using this opportunity to call many Nigerians to prevail on government to have an holistic view of what we presented to them. Let them look at it and give us what we demanded for. We don't want to go.
So, Dr. Isogun, just
yes,
if
sir.
you could put a figure to it, I mean, in terms of the scale, just how many resident doctors have withdrawn their services across hospitals nationwide?
Yes, our strength is over 16,000 members across the country.
Right. Okay, so Dr. Isogun, this is a third strike in less than a year. First for 1 week in June last year. The second was in September, and that lasted for less than a week over failure to meet the demands of the June strike. And now we have this. And with the trends, it looks like this strike might be suspended eventually and picked up another day in an endless cycle of sorts. So is there any solution really to these embarrassing strikes in our health sector?
Yeah, thank you very much. What you have said is very correct, and that is the reason why we are pleading. We are pleading with government to let us have it once and for all. Let us resolve the issue. The issues we are asking for is not issues that affect only doctors. They affect the whole health sector of this country. We are talking about hazard allowance for every health sector. We want this to be resolved. You agree with me that you cannot be working for in this country with all the hazard that you have faced as a doctor and health worker and receive 5,000 naira monthly. We want the government to be sincere. We've had the MOU that we are talking about in this communique, if you have it. It's the MOU that has been signed so many years ago. And we hope that this time we will have it right, we will get it right. We don't want to go back with MOU. We don't want to go back with just paper, because that will make us to come back again. Government needs to be sincere. at this point and resolve this issue. We are not asking for too much. We are not asking for increment in salary. We are asking for an increase in hazard allowance that we feel is too small. And you agree with me that it's too small. We are asking for insurance package for our doctors, our health workers that died during this COVID-19 pandemic. That is what we are asking for. We are asking for our members that have worked to pay their salaries in this state. We hope that.
Okay, well, Dr. Sogun, let me see if I could just put this in before the connection fails in us. You had that meeting yesterday. Just a moment, let me just put this in as we wind down on this conversation. So you had that meeting yesterday, it ended inconclusive. What is the next line of action? If you say you're not meeting with government today, when is the next meeting then?
We are open to all the action plans. We hope that as the days goes by, they will continue to meet them. And once they satisfactorily meet them, we will call our members and this strike will be suspended.
Well, isn't that what we all wish for, an end to this embarrassing strike? But I would like to thank you so much, Dr. Jerry Isogun, who is the Secretary General of the NARD. We wish you the very best.
Thank you very much.